Hello and welcome to Nicole's Tips. In this tutorial we'll look at Astavakrasana or 8 crooks pose. So my 3 tips for Astavakrasana are 1. Lift up away from the floor. 2. Hook your leg over your arm and hook your feet together. And 3. Lean forward and straighten your legs. So what does that all look like? We'll start with step 1. Step 1, I highly recommend you grab a couple yoga blocks if you have them on hand and place them up close to your hips. For this phase, we'll bend the knees, slide your heels in toward your hips, and simply cross one shin in front of the other. Press down through the outer edges of your feet, your heels. Press down through your hands into your blocks. And pressing down through your feet and your hands, you'll lift your hips up away from the floor. Then you'll try just lifting the front foot up away from the floor, and then you might lift the other foot up away from the floor too. Lolasana for prep. Okay, come all the way down. Let's do that one more time. Switch the cross of your legs. And again, you'll press down through your feet and your hands to lift your hips up. Try just lifting the front foot up, and then you might lift the back foot up too. And hold. And then come down. Ooh. Okay, so lift up away from the floor. It takes a lot of power, a lot of energy. Good news is that this next piece will make the lifting up easier, which is hooking your leg over your arm and hooking your feet together. Requires more flexibility to do these next phases, but if you have the flexibility, hooking the leg over the arm actually can really help with the lifting. So let's start with the right leg up. And you'll lift the leg up and interlace your fingers on the sole of your foot. Hug your knee back by the side of your armpit so that your thigh is coming beside your torso and moving out of the way. Then remove your right hand and take your right hand to your right calf muscles and work it up and over the arm. And so this is the hooking of the leg. Kind of want it to be in a position like a backpack strap, up and over. Then you bring your hands down to your blocks. Keep in mind you might need to move them forward to place them comfortably. Then next, hook your feet. You'll lean back, lift the bottom foot up, bring it over the top, and hook your feet together. So very important that the leg that's extended, that the foot comes over the top. This makes a stronger hook. Okay, this might be possible with your hips on the floor. I find it easier this way. You might also lift up and then hook, lift your hips up and then hook the feet. Some people find that easier. All right, so we have the lift up away from the floor. We have the hook the leg over the arm and hook the feet together. Then you have the whole package together to then, once you lift up, what needs to happen next is lean forward and straighten the legs. What does that look like? I'll show you. So, you need to hook the leg, place the hands, hook the feet. Remember bringing the front leg, the one that's not hooked over. Bring the extended leg foot up over the top of the other leg. Then, so you have this little package together. You have to start by leaning forward, and you'll lean forward even more once you lift up. So you'll lean forward to lift up, and then you'll lean forward more and straighten the legs at the same time. So it's kind of like a chaturanga arm, and then you'll extend the legs out to the side. You have to lean quite far forward. One of the most important pieces is keeping enough bend in the elbow that your leg is hooked over in order to create a shelf, and then you have to lean forward onto that shelf. That's what you're balancing on. All right, let's try the second side together. So lift your leg up, hook the arm underneath, and then place your hands on blocks or on the floor. Lift the front leg up and hook your foot over the top. Then you'll start to lean forward in order to get lift off first, and then lean forward more in order to get into the position. Stretch your legs straight. Okay, and there we go. So the aim is to have more of a chaturanga position of the arms and the legs coming off to the side. Whew. That's a fun one. It's a challenging one though. So I hope that these tips help, and may you practice with joy this fun arm balance.